Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome, wherever in the world you are. How's everybody doing today? Good, I hope. So, we got more Eve today, and let's see, we're doing Eve first half, and then we'll be doing Dual Universe next show. I have my Bowhead here, where I am headed back up to Jita. I'm in high sec. It's my high sec character. And headed up there to see what ship options we have for missioning. I might have some ships up there for this character already. And maybe we'll build something new. So I did I did do some, I applied all those skill points a couple shows ago, and so now I have a lot more options here, and I've got the Marauder, the Golem, which obviously kicks butt, but it could be good to try a Raven Navy issue. I don't know about Scorpion Navy issue. I don't know that it's used very much. I know that so like the Scorpion, this is E-War. The Navy issue, maybe that handles missiles better. I don't know, something to take a look at. Anyway, it'd be nice to get into some Caldari ships. Can be kind of a long trip with the capital, but the Bowhead is the only capital in high sec that has propulsion, so you can use a propulsion trick and get to jump a little bit faster, just like this.
Warp drive active.
So, we do have giveaways again this week. Exclamation point giveaway. There are there's 2 giveaways up for today. One for Eve, one for Dual Universe. It's still slow even with the propulsion. Hello, Moggs, Magic Flying Towel, and Latros.
Warp drive active.
So Dave. Yep, we're live. Either that or it's really great AI I got running that's saying hello to you on a video.
Welcome to the Dragons.
Dick. Hello. Thank you for following. Welcome. Dave, you just started playing Eve again? All right, well, welcome back.
Warp drive active.
And also in this trip, I think I should change clones. This clone is not conducive to taking any risk and needs to be able to take some risk. Gator Freak. Well, Mace.
Warp drive active.
Software am I using? The comments come in quick like that. There's no software involved with that. It's just maybe it'd be latency of the broadcast, which I don't know. What was it, 30 seconds on Twitch, 45 on YouTube, something like that? It's not very long. I don't try and hide what I'm doing in Eve behind a delay or anything. I don't think my response time is particularly quick. Hello, Tanker. Those of you just joining, right up to Jita. We're gonna pick up a few ships, maybe build a couple. This character has been doing mission running, working on Caldari state standings, and so get a little bit more variety in the ships that I'm using. Try and be able to pick more of the right thing, you know. Right ship for the right mission.
Warp drive active.
Here. Need 34 days of training to get this level 4. It's the projectile turrets. A ham blitzer would be really good. I got a mastery 4 on that already. Yes, this ship can transport other ships. This is a long system. This is a fitted ship transport. Is it hyper fit? I don't know what that means, partners. You mean, does it have hyperspatials?
Drive active.
I mean, it's got capital bulkhead. And, 727,000 EHP. It's pretty tanky. You don't use hyperspatials on something like this because you use the propulsion to get you to warp instead of the fit. This is the only capital in high-sec you can do that with. But let's see here. Getting to, let's see, 23 seconds, 24 seconds. I can reduce that to about 10 to, you know, with my propulsion. Interesting song. Yeah, it was 90 here a few days ago, and right now it's, I don't know what it is outside. 59, 60. It's kind of cold in the house. That's why I got my sweatshirt on.
Warp drive active.
By the way, bowhead kills are super rare in high sec. They are extremely rare. I think Squiz looked and said that there was only 3 ganks of them in high sec that he had recorded on Z-Kill. And so with over 700,000 DHP, it's really, really tanky, tankier than any of the freighters, and it gets off the gate in like 10 seconds. What's the cycle time on this? Does this tell? It's whatever the cycle time is on this. $10 seconds. So they're pretty safe to take out and put several expensive ships in them. You know, don't be dumb. Tanker, you're getting echo. You're on the giveaway page. Get in on those giveaways, by the way. 2 giveaways up today. Yeah, let's see here. What is the value of this thing? 4 billion with nothing on board. Yeah. Oh, we don't need no Christmas song. So, Tanker, if you had 2 pages open, does that mean I get double the views? Is that like you view-botting me? Frederick. By the way, this fit is on EWB.
Drive active.
I'm sure of it.
Drive active.
Alright, so I'm like 5 jumps out still. This thing's not fast. Jump freighters and high sec. Well, I mean, from where I was, I could have done a jump and cut down the distance a lot more. I have 2 jump freighters out here with this guy. In fact, here's one right here. $13.2 billion. Damn, huh? Hello, drop tech.
Warp drive active.
Yeah. So, they're very expensive, but you know, if you fly them correctly, you do not lose them. I did almost lose that one once. I've had that jump freighter now for probably 7 or 8 years. Cannot cloak warp in these. No, this is a ship transport. You're thinking of deep space. Transport.
Warp drive active.
Squiz. We were talking about Z-Kill and Bowheads, how few on Z-Kill actually show as ganked. Can you fit in here? Fitted ships. It has 1.92 million cubic meters for fitted ships. So that equals like 2 Marauders, and then some other ships, or maybe 3 battleships. I see Welcome Dragon still in love with you.
Warp drive active.
So this is definitely like the biggest I don't know, is this the biggest ship in HiSec? It might be. No, an orca's not bigger. It's 17.55 million cubic meters. This is 10.25 for an orca. And then oh, 17.55, same as this for a jump freighter. And freighter, oh, you know what? It's exactly the same as the freighters.
Warp drive active.
How interesting. Yeah, you don't typically use these in low sec or null sec. Yeah, I would bet that in low sec you can get bumped enough, keep you off a gate. But it has an incredible amount of EHP, highest EHP of anything in HiSec that I know of.
Warp drive active.
Alright, I haven't been back in Jita with this guy in over a month. I haven't been doing any commerce lately. Maybe I should do some while I'm here. I probably do have some things to sell.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
All right. here I am. And all right. I'm going to take these with me, I think. Be right back, everybody. All right, I'm back. I heard something outside. You can't really see it here, but across the street, just on the left there, looks like a palm tree fell over across the street or something. I'm not sure what's going on, but yeah. All right. Let's see here. King 4. $12,000 EHP. That's pretty much the same fit. $112,000. $7,000. 954, 56. $700 million. How much is this one? It's 41. Well, let's check out the Super Tog here. This is the one I want. $355,000 DHP. Bowhead. What's my bowhead's name? I remember. Bulldog. I like the field of view setting. I never thought about it too much. I noticed that they put that in, but cannot store ship. Why? What does it have in it? I forgot to empty it. Oh, yeah. I guess I did. Look at all that stuff. Like I went out and picked up some stuff with it. Anyway, this is a good hauler. Why didn't you take the stuff out of there? Come on. What am I missing? Come on. There we go. Just probably wasn't hitting the right spot. Okay. Yeah, so you can turn that off. You know what? I don't know. It's kind of okay. If that's per client or per character. Wouldn't mind having it on some characters and off on others. Wait, the music's gonna turn down here for a second. Guys, take to do this. When I look at my camera system, it lowers the volume. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go look at something else here real quick. I'm not sure what's going on over there. They're taking out 2 palm trees, it looks like. All right. You were jamming to the music. All right. So let's look at what ships I have here. I have a bunch of stuff that isn't related to, you know, doing missions and stuff. Booter? What is this guy? Is he fitted like a salvage? He is fitted weird. Yeah, this is what I was using this to test with looting while the site was still active. Oh yeah, Squiz moving sucks. Yeah. I hate moving, and we moved twice last year. You know, yeah, moving sucks for Tanker for a different reason. Anyway, this signature radius suppressor, there's a bunch of interesting, actually that's not the same one. Yeah, I don't know what this build is for. It's just something weird, and it's like it needs, you know, it must have salvage drones in it. It's just weird. I may have been trying something and then just be like, whatever, you know. So, and I have a few freighters here. This, in my opinion, is the only fit on a freighter. Brick tank. 604,000 DPS. 3 HP. very high. This one's probably fit the same way. Yep. 566,000 DHP. You want the most DHP when flying your freighter. It reduces the amount of gank attempts. And then you do things like, or while I'm thinking about it, I need to get out of this. But these, this set here, this isn't the set that I'm looking for. I have one that boosts armor as well. And oh yeah, this one, secondary effect to armor hit points. And so this is it. And shield capacity. These are pretty expensive, by the way. So it's got all these implant set stuff to have the extra bonus. If we were to buy these, they're really expensive. Oh, this one's not too bad. That's only 100 million? What? Sure. It's 450 million. 400 million. 141 million. So, you know, we're looking at 1.1 billion on that. I have warp drive speed on this, evasive maneuvering, which helps me turn faster. This one, the warp speed, 18% bonus to warp speed. And 650 million. Evasive maneuvering, another 600 million, 6% bonus to agility. And then I have bean counter and mining foreman. So it's a pretty nice set. But I need to jump out of this. Need to not I need to not be in this set for if I want to do any low sec missions, which I think I do. So let me see if any of these are close. That's not close. Oh, that's got to be with my jump freighter. That's really not close. And that one's not too far away. Casson. Do I have anything there? How many jumps is that? 5. Or the glam. Blockade runner. Let me hop out of this ship. That, I must have been using that back in the glam stuff. Now, let's see here. Yeah, there we go. I'm over to it. Back over to Jita. doing with this, where I would have it popped out that much. It's been years. When was the last time we had glam in the game? At least 2 years ago, right? I mean, and I missed the last time it was in the game. I only took part on it the time before. So maybe I haven't flown this ship in like 3 years, 4 years. This fit is shit, by the way. This is not... Is this a blockade runner? Yeah, it is. You never cargo expand these. I don't know why it's this way. It doesn't make any sense to me. I must have been doing something really, really specific here, because you just never do this on these, because it lowers your EHP and then you're much more susceptible to being smart bombed. So Hanker, you like those cookies? Charlie, oh, that's brutal. I saw a post in Reddit the other day saying about how this guy is making, I don't know, 300 million a day or something with planetary interaction. And I'm like, how's he doing that? And so I go and look at it, and he's farming like 60 some planets. Thinking to myself, God, that guy, he's probably a librarian in real life. And I always equate librarian with mundane. My mom is like the librarian type. And, you know, I played librarian for about 2 weeks one time when I worked for the government. And about 2 weeks I played tape librarian for all the backups. I worked in a server support, specializing in data backup.
All aboard. Choo choo.
And had to take over for one of the other people on my team who was the tape librarian, and I did his job. Man, I hated it. Just filing tapes, picking them out, taking them over here, sorting them out, putting them in their proper spots, pulling out the old ones, feeding them into the robots, letting them wipe. Oh my God, it was just so hard. It was really, really hard for me. And it's not because it was difficult, it was because I was bored out of my gourd. Orso Zone, 75 months as a sub. I think I'm having some asthma problems here. 4,500 gold to everybody here in your honor. Thank you, thank you. Oh, yeah, I've had some asthma problems since I had pneumonia. I have another doctor appointment on Wednesday, so there's only one show on Wednesday. Unless I get out of it really quick and I'm back. There's only one show on Wednesday. I have what's called conditional asthma. It only shows up when I've been sick. So makes me cough a bit. All right, so this crap fit here. I'm gonna buy 2 more of these. All right. Well, that hard living has caught up with me. Dude, got sick at GDC in San Francisco. I always catch something when I go to the conferences. And, you know, maybe I'm catching it on the plane. I don't know. But I always catch something. There's a lot of people that came back from that with COVID. Wait a second. Where's the thing I just bought? Thought I had... It said system, or did it say station? Maybe it was in the station I was in?
Warp drive active.
Oh. God, I told it to do the route and it ignored this one? Yeah, so conferences, I have to...
Docking permission requested.
I have a weaker immune system than most. And so I just have to be extra careful. And I need to not push myself as hard at the conferences. I go 100% at the conferences, and I'm like, I just go until I just can't go anymore each day. I'm going out to all the parties and stuff. I don't drink at the parties. You guys know I love my whiskey, my bourbon. But San Francisco, I had one drink the whole time I was there. And, you know, it's just because it doesn't bode well with productivity. And so let's see, 2.87. Yeah, so that gets me to a 2-second or a 3-tick. So, hey, Favor, nice seeing you. You back to working again? Traumatizing kids with those amusement rides? Need a drunken PvP stream? Eh. Yeah, anyway, I'm gonna start. It's gonna cost more, but I just gotta take it easier. I need to arrive a day early and just chill after traveling. I need to make sure that I have a direct flight instead of, you know, taking multiple flights. And I leave the day after the conference and not the last day of the conference. I took a red eye out. The only thing is that, you know, it was nice. Oh man, because a friend of mine on the way out introduced me to the Delta Sky Lounge, which I had never been into before. And my plane wasn't going to leave for 5 hours. And so he paid for me to get in on his as a guest or whatever with him at the Delta Sky Lounge. And if you've never been into like one of those sky lounges at the airport, it's open bar. It's got food and everything, and you don't pay a thing for it. You pay heavy to get in, but you don't pay a thing for it. And so for me to get in on a flight, it costs like $100, but oh my God, it's like so worth it. And you're able to relax so much more. You can even take a nap and tell them to wake you whenever your plane is about ready to board, and they will. And they have showers there. They have, you know, workstations and everything if you're on a business trip. And you know, it was just I had never gone into one of those before, and now I'll be like, you know, if I've got any sort of long layover or anything, you bet that's where I'm hanging out. And Delta has been the best flight experience out of all of them. None of them are perfect, but Delta's been better, and it costs more. All that shit costs more. All right, so we're headed out back over to Jita, and I won't be just going in the regular landing at Jita because this being a blockade runner, they it gets popped easier. Like, people will shoot it right when you land in the hopes that you have something on board because you cannot be scanned. And so their assumption is that you're doing something funky, and that's why you got that. I wonder if how much space this would give with all three of these in. Maybe I use this as a throwaway ship.
So, you think you're worthy of
It's not very expensive.
Dragon subscriber?
Tanker just gifted a sub to Mr. Rogers. All right. 1,000 gold to everybody here in Tanker's honor.
Warp drive active.
If I put all three of those in, if that'd get me over 8,000. I think that's probably the magic number for a lot of missions.
Oh yeah, another dragon boarding the train. All aboard? Choo choo.
Favor,
Oop,
92
months.
months.
Warp drive active.
So, 92 months from Favor. 6,440 gold. Everybody here in Favor's honor. Thank you, thank you. Do any of you still play World of Tanks? I see you guys talking about World of Tanks. I still like World of Tanks, you know? Even though I don't do business with them anymore.
Warp drive active.
All right, I have a warp 2 point. Clan is still there. Yes, well, I'm the leader of the clan, so I'm sure it is. So I haven't dissolved it. All right, so here we go. Jita landing. We warp to there, and then we hit that, and we hit D for dock, and then we do this. So we're gonna land inside the building almost, and then dock. Makes it a little bit harder for them to lock on and get you. Doesn't make it impossible.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
They have those super fast locks, but gives you more of a chance. Daily, is there a resource as to how to find yttrium? Something similar to Eve Scout, perhaps? I don't know what yttrium is. Never heard of that word before. All right, so I made it here. Let's see what this looks like. Pimped out with these. How much space? 53, 73, 93. Maybe there is a reason for this thing, because it's only 190 million. And so it can be thrown away. How interesting. Right. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take this down with me too, because I'm gonna be at this place for quite a while. Can't have those in the ship when you're in it. So thought I took the super tog. Why is the super tog still here? Thought I put it in the ship maintenance bay. There's nothing in there yet? Goodness. What's this thing called? For the glam. Okay. Thought that I put that in there. Right, it had stuff in it and I couldn't. Got sidetracked. Okay, and then for the glam. There we go. We got a couple of ships that we can run missions around down there and decide which is more appropriate. So Nick Paw says, Markee Dragon asked for yttrium. Tell them to search agency for ore anomalies in 0.5 systems. Well, there you go. All right. Yes, that was a question on YouTube. So for the yttrium, go to the agency and ore anomalies in 0.5 systems. All right. So now here's a cute little ship that doesn't do anything. It's one of my collector ships, I guess you could say. Echelon. Has a special data analyzer. I think this is this the one where Sancha will ignore you? I'm not sure. I have another thing in here. I have a Zephyr, which also is for some sites, and it get ignored with this one too. Pretty cool ship. Yeah, look at that fit. How much is a luxury yacht these days? Oh, I don't know. I don't know if I have one even. They're not too bad. They're selling for 233 million. The one that I do have fit, I don't remember which character it's on, but it's fit with $1 billion. Its total value is around $1 billion, and it can get almost anywhere, and can cloak and everything. It's what I use sometimes when covering big fights and stuff. All right, let's see if I have any other ships here that are of any consequence that I would want to take. There's some gas mining ventures made to go out in wormhole space. And they're cheap, throwaway. See, they don't even have any rigs. 14 million. If you can get back with a full load, you've made more than 14 million. Okay, nothing else to see here. So, I think for this character, let's see, I have Dominic's. It's Mastery 5. Oh, I have Armageddon that's Mastery 5. It's interesting. Armageddon is not very good at all for PvE. It's just not. So I'm surprised that I have Mastery 5 on that. Mimitar, do I have any? Nope. So now that I've got most everything, you know, merchant-wise and manufacturing-wise with this character, now I'm starting to do some ship stuff with him, and really just for missioning. And so I don't have any masteries here, Mastery 5s, but I do have some 4s. We got the Marauder, and I am currently training the rest of the stuff for that. Then there's like Scorpion Navy issue, which, let me look and see if I have any interesting fits here for that. I have no Scorpion fits. I guess that maybe doesn't surprise me. So, let's see here. Let me log in on this. Oh, I'm still getting the ads even while being logged in. Thought I'd given him some extra support for that. Oh, that's ugly. All right. It's Markeeception. So Scorpion Navy issue. I know that just the flat Scorpion isn't going to work for anything. Wow, does EWB have some way to pay to not have those ads? They are big. Oh my god, and then I scroll down and that comes up? Oh. All right. So, there's a passive, active is what they list, saying whether or not they're. It's a level 4 mission runner. Let's see what that looks like. These ads. what's the support us? Interesting. Right. Is this, oh, that's cruise missile. Doesn't have any propulsion. That makes it kind of hard for doing low king fats. Right, let's go votes. No, Christopher, you need propulsion for when you have gates. Think how slow that'd be going through, you know, 3 or 4 gates. That's what you need the propulsion for. This has propulsion. So 996 DPS. What's this tank look like? 90,000 EHP. Lasts for 2 minutes. Let's turn the propulsion off. 344. Stable. Still stable. What is this? Large shield booster, 375 for 4 seconds. Markee. So the Markee is the optimal mission runner. It's pretty expensive, and you have to have the guns trained. I do not have the guns trained, so it's not really an option for me at the moment. This is okay. It's not bad. It's not super exciting at the same time. It looks solid for the price, 700 million. But we're at 996 DPS. 158 of that is from the drones. And I tend to not count drones in this type of thing because you're not usually in their face. With this, we got 125 flight, 135 targeting. You know, so this is, we're gonna pick them off. It's a long flight time though. Let's look at what other stuff we got here. More cruise missiles and no propulsion. Level 4, lazy and hate changing fits between missions. Yes, a little overkill tank wise, but I hate to lose ships in PvE. Never had a problem with any mission in this ship. If you read the mission, follow triggers. It will take a beating. It's cap stable. Make sure you kill newts and your tank stays active. Yeah, because it has shield booster here too. And it's stable with the shield booster. But it doesn't have any propulsion. So... I think I'm very distracted by these ads. Talk to Lioneer about what can be done to... I mean, the ads are necessary. They don't make enough off of people using like the discount code for EWB to support the server operations and stuff. So I get why they're doing it. But, you know, I'd love to give them a donation at 20 bucks and remove the ads, something like that. I don't know, just my thought. I'm tripping out on them. Hey. Another one, no propulsion. Interesting. This is like a faux rattlesnake because they've got oh, and it has rapid heavies. I don't know if this fit is any interesting or not. Let's load it up and see what it looks like. .613 DPS. That shit's just crazy dumb. The ads could be worse. Yeah, I just like for Z-Kill, I gave him over the donation required to remove ads. And, you know, it costs money to do these things. I understand it. So, we would have ads on our sites if we were running fan sites. We just would. Just no getting around it. This is 798 HP per 5 seconds. Wow, that's a hell of a tank. But I mean, maybe this is made to be in there and be a brawler because it's just got the light missiles. What kind of drones does it have? Hobgoblin ones? What kind of shit is this? I almost feel like we're gonna need to make a good Scorpion fit. Here's the deal, though. Scorpion is not the right answer for any of these missions. That's probably why there's no good fits out here. Because the Scorpion is just not that robust when it comes to PvE. PvP, it's really good for just the regular Scorpion for E-War. And in fact, I've used several of them, when we're doing stuff like closing wormholes and stuff. That seems to be a really good spot where you just confuse the hell out of whoever comes through, throwing everything at them, and they just can't do anything. And it's very, very powerful for that. But for this other stuff, I'm having trouble seeing the vision on it. Maybe we're not even going to waste our money on, or I'm not going to waste my money on any fits for this. Oh, here's an auto regen shield. So the shield regen on this, it's got Hobgoblin 2s, 852. Is this so you can go take a nap? Yeah, I know Rattlesnake would probably be better. Rattlesnake's going to be 3 times as much. Rattlesnakes, kind of bored with rattlesnakes. If that makes sense. I have some rattlesnakes on my other character, which I could transfer over to him, which happen to be at the same station as where he's doing the missions. And I think that, let's see. So I got a Mastery 4 on the Rattlesnake. 47 days away from Mastery 5. Just needs the torpedo stuff, which I'm training right now. So, but the Rattlesnake's going to cost 3 times as much. This is interesting. I think you can still run Eve on a pretty much potato machine. I should try running Eve on, I have my travel laptop. Should install Eve on it and see how well it works. It's not a real beefy machine, and it doesn't have a gaming video card. But it'd be interesting to see how well it does or does not play on it, because it's a business machine. Not a gaming machine. Not like my gaming laptop. See, and it only cost me $300 used for it, refurbished, and it's great for business stuff. And I can play through, like, Shadow or whatnot on it, but right, I think that I'm giving up on the idea of Scorpions. So now we got Raven, Navy issue, and Raven. And 10% bonus to cruise missile and torpedo max velocity, 5% bonus to cruise missile and torpedo explosion radius, 100% bonus to shield extender, 50% to armor plates. And then this is 5% bonus to rapid, heavy missile, cruise missile, and torpedo launcher rate of fire. 10% cruise missile and torpedo max velocity. This one adds to explosion radius. And that's just rate of fire. But see, you're offset on the rate of fire with rapids by the reload time. So they may go choo, 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 except it isn't then you have a 30-second reload. So you kind of lose all that. You get a powerful punch in the beginning, which maybe it would be good in PvP. In PvE, it's more about endurance, more marathon. Let's look at Raven Navy issue. Wait, these are by date added. Let's look at votes. Level 5 mission runner. Evasion. And a stable. Estimated price 641 million. That's not too bad. This is all just a basic. Does have propulsion. It's not going to move very fast, but it does have propulsion. Shield booster. It's an extra large, so it's going to be like in the 700 range. Let's take a look at this. And these are cruise missiles, so you're not going to be very close to anything. But cruise missiles, you almost maybe want to micro jump. Who's got basic missiles there? Okay, well, let's see. 624. Targeting range script to 174. Far do these fly? 222. This is definitely a kite. It's cap stable. 955 on the regen. But it's only 624 DPS. Also happens to be 624 million. All right, let's faction, Navy Scourge, cruise missiles. What, we changed one? Oh my god. Probably the most common that I would be using with them. Come on. I have to feed every single one of them. $693. The drones are 158 of it. You're gonna be too far away. You're gonna be too far away to use your drones. You're only going to use your drones when something gets right up next to you. This is not a brawler. Or if it is a brawler, then it doesn't need this distance, the targeting range distance. With that kind of regen, I don't know. It's just not high DPS. And it's going to be long flight times. You're going to be inefficient on your application of the missiles to your targets. It also has cruise missiles, and it doesn't have anything for focusing them. So really what this should be is instead of targeting range, that should be a missile module with scripts to focus the blast. Either that, or you need to have a the laser, what's it called? Target painter. But a target painter is a pain in the ass. I'd rather use something passive than something active in that situation. It'll reduce the amount of clicks that you're having, and the measurement between using smaller explosions and a target painter is probably negligible in the whole scheme of things, because you're going to be there forever anyway, because you're actually only hitting them with about 550 DPS. Like 450 is like the minimum on killing battleships out in a level 4 mission. So this is no good. This one's no good. This is a top rated one too. Now here's something interesting. So this is 4.1 billion on this. Pre-golem. I mean, at this price, 4.1 billion, you may as well have a frickin' golem. One interesting thing about this, let's load it up here, that I noticed right off the bat, is that it's using Caldari Navy cruise missile launchers. One of the benefits of this is that it is the Caldari Navy, the Navy versions or the faction versions, they hold one more round of ammunition. So that's once less that you have to, to reload. So there is a reason for that stuff. Oh my God, and it wants you to put in all of this stuff. No wonder wonder this shit costs so much. Wow, that's really interesting. Can you simulate all of that stuff on you as well? I don't know that you can. Is there a way in here to simulate all of the implants? God, that's so expensive though. So 983 DPS. 70 DPS comes from the drones. This is starting to sound better. 167 max range. These are Fury missiles though. So the Fury missiles are going to have a hard time with frigates. This doesn't have any propulsion. It does have a target painter. It is stable. 1245. God, I just seriously though, taking this thing out, it's like a gank magnet. And it doesn't have any propulsion. So you'd only use it in sites that don't have rooms, or they only have like one room. Christmas music. I'm almost done. Can you believe it or not? I've been more than a year going through the music. after I decided that I had to switch off of my other player because of copyright. I kept getting copyright claims. And this new player allows me to keep out of having copyright claims for the most part. I still get them every once in a while. Because they remove anything that I don't have license to. But I haven't been all the way through my first pass of everything yet, adding everything to the list, and then I got a second pass where I'll put like Christmas music in a fucking Christmas folder instead of just playing a general queue. All right, so I'm finding this a little bit interesting. I don't know though that all this yeah, I think that the fit is mostly this extra stuff. And why do they need capacitor management? It is stable already. There's a lot of very interesting things in here. Hey Torque, how's it going, buddy? Okay, we're gonna remove all those. Wow. So those are 1.5 billion. I don't currently have any implants on this character. That only removes 1.5 billion. At 3.1 billion, which by the way, I think that my Golem that I'm using, it does 1600 DPS. It focuses really nicely on the smaller stuff without a target painter. And I think it's about 3.6 billion. It's not cap stable, but it doesn't need to be. They called this a pre-golem. The reason they're calling it a pre-golem is because, I mean, the only reason you would fly this and pay this much for it is if you hadn't trained up for the golem yet and you are still working on that, but you want to go out and use something that's more powerful. This, not worth it in my opinion. So, the DPS is better. You know, it's got over 900 DPS just off the missiles, but I don't like the cost for how well it's going to perform. I think that's out of whack. At least for most people. Here's another one, 2.7 billion. Oh, they got power diagnostic system in here to fit all this. Oh, because they've got this. Is this a PvP? Why are the ads over the middle of it? Let's see here. This is not a PvP fit either. Unless you're trying to get the power off the rats. There is something to be said about being able to do that, but it's not really to the next one. All right, this one looks a lot more normal. It's 1 billion. Let's see what this one. HP. Got all these Fury. What do you do with the small shit, though? See, Furies are just not a good... They're not good for taking out the little frigates. This is 1017 DPS. How much is... Oh, it's 178 DPS from the drones. That's because of these. Right? No, those are just all ballistics. Wow. What kind of drones that got in here? Oh. Interesting. Caldari Navy. Brings it to 867. The Navy ammo, one nice thing about it is that it does have a smaller explosion radius compared to the other cruise missile ammos. And so it will hit frigates better. So it does less DPS, but it'll do more damage to the small ships. This doesn't have propulsion either. You have drones for that? Well, see, the thing is you want to hit them before they get to you. You don't want to be depending on your drones. But with this, you're either going to have to warp in a distance, or if you have any gates to go through, you're right in the middle of it. No propulsion, you're staying in the middle of it. 661 HP per 3.2 seconds. Yeah, I guess that's not too bad. But even these resistances here, they're not so good. Yeah, I guess I'm being pretty critical about these, huh? This one, if we... It's still stable if we take one of those out. So, do we have the cap recharger, extra cap recharger in there for if you're getting neuted? .80k-ish range penalty on T2 precision ammo. Yes, but the precision you only use on the smaller stuff. You wouldn't use it on the battleships. I'd rather not switch ammo in the middle to try and hit, you know, frigates with different ammo than I hit the battleships. You can do that, just it costs you time for the reload. And you may have to do it multiple times. Look at what else is out here. That one's okay-ish, but this one has a micro jump. This one looked pretty plain. Maybe that's good. Need an implant? I'm off on the CPU just a little bit. Cap boosters. Right, so the cap boosters, typically you only use those in PvP. 938. Stable without that running. $763. Drones are 7.5. So it's 600 and something DPS. Gonna be an episode that you bookmark and go back and take notes down the road. Yeah, I'm talking about a lot of theory stuff here. I haven't done any builds in a while. And so almost wonder what things would look like. Almost wonder what things would look like with a torpedo, and then see, torpedoes are even bigger explosion radius though than cruise missiles, which makes it even harder to hit the frigates. This thing right here, signal amplifier, what does it do? Augments a sensor and electronic suite fitted to the ship. Benefits include additional locked targets, increased maximum target acquisition range. All right. Faster locking speed, increased sensor strength. Yeah, okay. That feels like a PvP type thing. And then they had the cap boosters in here. But if this were PvP, it would have some sort of range control. It would at least have a web or a disruptor or scram, something. Another one that I'm not a fan of. $639 DPS. Doesn't have any drones in it. All right. So 639 from the missiles. It is cap stable. 700 per 4 seconds. 1.7 billion. $437. Just got this on it. Boy, it's not cap stable by much. It's just right borderline. $0.7 billion. Doesn't have enough DPS. I'm not building a PvP setup. This is PvE that I'm looking for. It's just things like cap boosters or stuff that you see on PvP. You have a Widow for blitzing 9 of 10 escalations. Oh, well, this is high sec level 4 mission stuff. A Widow wouldn't be good for any of that. Yeah, so my Golem is like 1600 DPS with this this type of ammo. I have a Golem, and it may be that we just stick with the Golem. Zartan, you can post your fit in live shows, LIVESHOWS in game. I can look at it, but I kind of suspect that it wouldn't be something that I would use, especially in high sec. Right, this one, it has the 112 range and then 222. Yeah, so we're gonna be able to shoot at 100. You pop out, you orbit, and you just keep hitting things. You've run level 4 is the upgraded version of the Gila that I invented 2 or 3 years ago for Abyss. Yeah, the Omni. The Omni is really good at running a lot of stuff. It'd be kind of slow in a level 4 mission, but it could do it. I just don't like the low DPS, and it's got a real thin stability. So really, you could take out one of these. See, it's not stable anymore. It's at 7 minutes. All right, so unfit that module, and then look at this, and so 729, and see we're at 7 minutes on that. If I turn that off, we're at 4 minutes. $778 DPS, and we're at 4 minutes. Turn that off and we're stable. But if we have that on and this on, 3.3 minutes 24 seconds. That's probably enough, actually. It's probably actually enough. So you pop out, you orbit, you pop this only when you need it. But now we're at 1.9 billion on a ship that it's getting 100 and something more DPS for twice the cost. Because we could do this on a cheaper ship. There is stuff, Christopher says, give you a better understanding of the application of the missions you do. So if you guys have ever seen my mission sheet and everything, this right here, which is on the schedule, exclamation point schedule, and then level 4 missions tab. You'll see a lot of notes about running missions and everything. And what kind of DPS is good, what goes well. Really what I should do is I should finish the Golem training that I'm doing and then start training on Go Hamblitzer on the Macarial. And so that the Macarial will do better in some situations than the Golem. And it's quick. It makes quick work of things. Like Duo of Death does it in 3 minutes 59 seconds. It's my best time. So I don't have a time for it on other stuff. Let's see here. See, like here's, infiltrated outpost. I've got 2 different ships listed here. I've got the Barghest, the Flying Pan, and the Nightmare, the 4Q. And the Nightmare does better. It does it at 15 minutes, whereas the Barghest does it at 18.
Okay, here's my theory. Whoever made the noise made it intentionally. So we would hear it and find him.
feel like that's going to be the next thing I do. All right, this is 1 billion. All right, so here's Zartan's fit of this Widow. Oh, 3.7 billion. Woo. $46,000 DHP, 739 per 4 seconds. That missile guidance computer. In a high sec, this isn't. This looks like a nice fit for null. 815 DPS. What is coming from the drone? So 750, 740 on the missiles. I guess you wouldn't need these cruise missiles that you would use. You would use like Scourge Fury in here, 975, because your targets are going to be like bigger ships. You're not going to be going after many ships smaller than a cruiser. Banana Joe, how's Eve going? Feels like yesterday that you made a poll on what to play next, but it's been like 5 years already. Dude, I've been playing Eve now for 10 years on the show. It's like next Monday or Tuesday is exactly 10 years. So I've been doing Eve on the shows. I've been doing shows longer than that, but all right, so Zartan is an interesting fit. Not applicable for what I'm doing, but I think it looks pretty good for null stuff. Can it warp while cloaked? Can't remember if you can warp while cloaked with that. Widow cannot warp cloak, okay. Alrighty. I think that I'm gonna end up here with just be like, the Golem is better. I think that's where I'm gonna end up at. 1.5 billion. Wait a second. Field projectors. I want to look at this. Designs increase ship's targeting range at the expense of shields. Targeting 222. Interesting. totally a sniper fit. So this one is designed to sit like 200 out. .256 flight. This is like emergency backup for your shields. It's interesting, it's all passive. Stable with that. Yeah, you try and hit that without the caps in it. It'll freak out. 980 HP per 5 seconds. 60,000 EHP. Drone DPS just doesn't matter on this. It's 100. What kind of drones got in it? Oh, just Hornets. The drone DPS doesn't even matter on this because it's so far. It's going to be so far out. I don't know. It's going to have a long flight time. I find this one interesting. It thinks differently, which I'm a fan of. I'm a fan of seeing stuff that's different that makes you think that it's like not what you expected. But yeah, still not good. At least not for me. One last one to look at. Oh, this one isn't even complete. It doesn't have all the rigs in. What kind of crap is that? How did this get a high rating? It has a rating of 0. Wait. What's the rating on this? 7. So that many in, that's only Raven's Navy issues that have been... God, nobody likes these. What am I left with here? Just the Golem. It's like, all right. Why does I have Mastery 5 on this, but the Dominic's Navy issue I completely have 0? What is it missing? 151 days? Is this because of... Oh, large hybrid turret. Oh, that's all for the turret. All right. We are looking at the Macarial here. What's missing on here? Minmatar Battleship 5. Okay. $59 days. Yeah, so that's where so Watchmeister is mentioning that none of those fits are worth the fitting, for the ISK and everything. Yeah, the Golem becomes the the one to do. So the money and everything. All right, 166 days to be at Mastery 5. And, oh, I got something else I want to check on this stuff too. Where am I at on rigging? These the only types of rigs? This can't be. It's all. Yeah, I'm like the launcher rigging. Yeah, especially for the golem and stuff. Yeah, I'm looking exactly at that. I'm like, that shit needs to go in right now. So what does this do? 10% reduction in launcher rigging drawbacks. That has a lot more time in front of that. And then projectile weapons, which, yep, I need that for the carriel. Oh, I gotta buy it? Yeah, sure, buy and train.
Welcome to the Dragons.
Sure, thank you for the follow. Welcome. Andar, thank you, buddy. Rather that you bother rigging to level 5. Well, no. All right, so lidar sensor compensation skill at hardening lidar sensors against hostile electronic countermeasures. All right. All right, there is a lot of this that I need. All right, so on that Mercurial fit, it's not autocannon, is it? Let me look. Or cannons. Yep. Okay. And Dread Pirate Scarlet. Just projectile. Okay. Take care, tanker. Alright, so we have to do this medium projectile turret to unlock others, and then artillery. There's a prerequisite on that. Large projectile turret. God, is it going to be next year before I fly this? We got to figure out a way to get some more points. We'll take care of a customer. By the way, there are giveaways up today for the shows today. We'll draw the Eve one here at the end of the Eve show. So exclamation point giveaway to get in on it. Swipe that credit card and I get all the points I want. Yeah, we sell some of those skill packs and then like those other packs that oh, you know what, I have some more of them, I think. Look at that. $5, $6.50, $11.50, $13, 1.4. I have 1.5 million worth sitting here. $1.5 million. Well, it'll get me a month. Not quite. I redeemed some of those packs. Oh, I ended up using one of the boosters. Wait, I did not make a choice on that. Shit. Expert boost, cerebral accelerator. I didn't know that those auto apply. Oh, those auto apply. Okay, we're doing autocannon specialization first. So that's the one that used on Ham Blitzer. And then this is the one that's used on Dread Pirate Scarlet. I've trained Biology 5. Yes, I have. This shows 479 hours on this expert boost. That's, I mean, it's plus 10. Little symbol shows whether it applies direct or not. Nope. Item will be directly applied to your character and activated when redeemed. Oh. Yeah, and then these, I have some of these. I don't have other characters that I'm training on this account, so I just sit on those for the moment. Too bad I can't sell those. You used to be able to sell them. You can't anymore. There was a lot of issues with these, with people using them to scam other people, but it had to do with RMT. It wasn't just in game, so they changed them. All right, So I have 1.5 million unallocated skill points. Here's where it says I have the boost, this little sharp thing under accelerated training. And if I hit this to apply the skills to advanced target management 5, how far I could get on my I got enough skill points that if I were to buy like skill injectors, I think I'd only get like what, 150,000 off of each one of them. Not very much.
Skill training completed.
I could get into Ham Blitzer much sooner if I were to move these things down, because that's 25, 45, 59, 73, 3 months worth of training there. No, it's more than that. It's 4. Trying to figure out how I can get into it sooner. 450 days training. It's actually like 400 days. So I'm down to a year, a little over a year. Train all this stuff. Down there. Down here. A lot of these are not high impact skills. All right. So there we are. Maybe able to get into the Macarial in 3 months. Where I'd be at an acceptable level with it. Maybe 4 months. there we have it. It feels pretty good. All right, so what else do I want to take with me here? We Forge, show info, attributes, rates. This doesn't care what type of ammo. It doesn't have any boost to like Scourge or anything. All right, we're gonna take some ammo with us. I'm gonna step away for just a moment. Be right back.
Welcome to the Dragons.
So, Kata, hello. See what missile stuff we got. I have an ammo container here. Scourge, Scourge. No, not auto-targeting. There's some of this Gerstus ammo. It's just extra stuff that I picked up different places. That. All right, so we have Inferno, 6,000. Nova, 8,000, and Scourge got more. All right, well, that's probably good. See if I happen to have any other stuff in here. Junk to clean up in here. A few Master at Arms. 9 billion worth. What are they currently selling at? Not high enough. I don't sell them unless they're like over 110. Golem skins? Might. Expensive. So I have a golem skin here. 3.8 billion is what they're selling for. It's like, do I want to look badass for 3.8 billion, or would I rather have the 3.8 billion? I've got 6 of them here. And Ghost Bird. That's 890. Like, not interested. All right, those are the only 2 I got. And estimated 227 billion worth of skins in here. This is where a lot of my wealth is in this stuff. This shows as being worth 0, but it's actually selling for 1.9 billion. All right, just leave that stuff alone for now. Done rummaging through this stuff. So we're not taking a very expensive load. Can't use a propulsion trick when leaving a station. It'll actually slow you down. That guy gonna bump me? He may very well bump me. Didn't. All right. Render. So I'm heading back to the mission spot. He ended up, the only fighting stuff I'm taking back is some ammo, and then I'm bringing back a blockade runner and a DST, Deep Space Transport, for possibly doing, you know, missions that require hauling something somewhere. I'm not looking for those missions, but if there's specials, I may want to do them. Oh, and Bobsoft, thank you for the follow a few minutes ago. Now I can use a propulsion trick.
Skill training completed. drive active.
Alrighty. I used all those other skill points too, another 1.5 million. On top of the 13 million I used the other day. It's quite a big dump of skill points into this guy. No, I didn't inject. I used, like, the other day I used a little over 13 million, I think it was, in skill points that I had sitting on him. And then I looked in my redeem queue this morning, had 1.5 million worth sitting there, so I went ahead and redeemed that and then applied it to the skills. I didn't go out and buy skill injectors though. It's just too much. I have 185 million skill points, so not going to be using skill injectors. I'd only get 150,000. Drop tech, is it poker time? People use this ship? Yeah, using it right now. Got a couple ships on board. A couple more transport ships. As an alt? Yeah. I mean, I have three main characters that I play. This is one of them. In fact, I might even have more play hours on this character than I do on my main. It's possible. My main is my main just because I say it's my main.
Warp drive active.
Commerce character. So I many times log into him, check on things without logging into the others. Yeah, this is Jeff. These systems feel so long. No, I'm not hauling contract. I'm hauling my own stuff. Hauling out to an area I work at on missioning.
Warp drive active.
Can't really haul contracts with this either. Contract stuff won't fit into its main cargo. There has to be only assembled ships, and even if it's assembled ships that are in the contract, it won't work. Dema. Generally the worst place for freighters. I don't worry too much in a Bowhead though. I mean, if somebody really wanted a gang kit, they could, but they'd have to put together a lot of resources for it.
Warp drive active. Been saving all those skill points I used for years. Except for the ones in my redeem queue, those have only been there for like 6 months.
The train. All aboard. Choo
Biggin.
choo.
All right. 28 months as a sub. About 560 gold to everybody here in your honor. Thank you, thank you.
Warp drive active.
Osier. Yes, well, so I think the biggest reason why I don't get all freaked out about going through those pinch points anymore is because in the whole scheme of things, one, I've been attacked enough times to know that it's hard to gank something like this. And then at that, I can afford to replace it. I can afford to replace it. I can afford to replace the ships that are in it and stuff. And so, and I can easily afford to replace them. So, you know, that kind of reduces your stress level, I guess. Also, bowheads are the least ganked freighter, and a few reasons for that. One, I'm getting off the gate in 10 seconds here. Another reason for that is they're incredibly high EHP, so it's over 700,000 without heating it, and so it would take a lot of resources for somebody to attack it. Loss would be big, but then again, it's only an imaginary asset. Yeah. So I don't know what I've got in my bank account right now in here. I mean, $87 billion. I don't normally have this much in my account, but 87 billion, and so I haven't done much commerce lately. I usually am tanked heavier than gankers think I will be. Not only, you know, have I trained, I mean, I've just trained everything up, but then I switched out of the clone currently, but I had a clone that that was giving like more than a 10% boost to the overall EHP of my ships through implants, which I'd hate to lose the implants, but the implants are good for additional shield and armor. And then a lot of times they don't factor in for those and everything, and so I end up getting attacked and I'll have almost all of my hull, you know, by the time I get to safety. And so it works. I've been attacked many times live on the show. And I don't remember when the last time I lost a freighter, other than when I lost on purpose. We decided to see how far into null we could go with the freighter one day. One of my characters. I don't know, I made it like 12 jumps in. Something like that. And I knew I was gonna die. So. As long as you don't carry too much value for the effort that they have to put out. So for this right here, I'm not carrying enough to make it really worth the time to want to gank me for what could possibly drop. You know, unless they're padding their kill board, because the ship itself is about 4 billion. But what I have on board is well less than 1 billion. And then there's no guarantee that the stuff will drop. So, I'm gonna do final call on the giveaway, exclamation point giveaway. You know, on that, it is an Octour skin. And, well, I don't have an Octour here, but it's a skin for an Octour. It's a code you'll be able to redeem. Comes from our store, and you'll be able to apply it to your account, and then it will give you an item in game that you can then apply it to your character if you want, or you can give it to another character. You can sell it. You can do whatever you want. So, yeah. It'll be up to you.
To the dragons.
Hi, Dave. Thank you for following. Welcome. Rare these are now. I don't know if that these Octour skins are coming into the game in any way. We had them in our 2020 skin pack. Obviously, that's 3 years ago. We've been sold out of them for quite a while. I just have these giveaway versions left. And so second show today is going to be Dual Universe, and I have possibly maybe building a mining location today. We'll see. Scanned a whole bunch of stuff over the weekend. Nick Pa, no purchase necessary. Conditions may apply. Yeah, condition is you have to have an account in our store. But no, it does not cost anything to get in on the giveaway. It doesn't cost anything to win. You don't have to buy anything. It's system is pretty indifferent as to whether or not you've even ever purchased anything from us before or not. It's not even factored in. So Nick Pa, tell me about it. I bought $4,000 from the store and still can't win a damn giveaway. Well, just goes to show that money does not buy favor with this. And thank you for the support, Nick Pa. We used to give an advantage on some of the giveaways for counting purchases as entries as well and allowing a free entry. But we stopped doing that quite a long time ago. That was for the monthly giveaways.
Warp drive active.
Prize would be exclamation point giveaway. This one is the Octor Ruby Sungrazer skin. Yeah, the only advantage that there is really in the giveaways is the people who enter every time there's a giveaway. Obviously, they have a better chance of winning, but it's one entry per person. So, Night Raven, thank you for following. Welcome. So, that increases your odds. Five more jumps. We're gonna do the draw whenever I arrive, so you got a couple minutes to get in on this still. Exclamation point giveaway. And then we'll draw. Takes me, what, about a minute and a half per system. Yes, if you don't participate, you don't have a chance. Can't win without participating.
Warp drive active.
If you recently restarted Eve, you have 30 million point skill point character. I really got into the game. Any advice for someone like you? Yes, join a good corp. Because the corp will drive a lot of content. The corp will also help you out when you get stuck and stuff. And, you know, teamwork stuff. You know, and then depending on where one of the nice things about Eve is no matter where your skill points lie, if you decide you want to do something else, you just start training for that. Your other skill points don't go away. And so, you know, the more experienced your character is, the more opportunity they have. Advan, like the odds of winning the lottery low, may as well not waste your money on a ticket. Well, but you can't win if you don't buy a ticket. I can tell you that even when the lottery is super duper high, I do buy a ticket, but I only buy one. It only takes one to win, you know? I won't do like that fool I heard about that bought 20 tickets with the same number and then won, like, I don't know, 5,000 off each one of them, so he won 100,000 or something like that, because he did the same number on all the tickets, which just seems really dumb. Because if it was a $100,000 prize, then he just split it between himself. Unless, you know, some of those there's like, well, you win a set amount no matter what. But yeah, a little crazy. You need a good corp, exclamation point corp in chat. There's a couple of recommendations. Until what time will I be streaming today? 5 minutes. Show ends in 5 minutes. But then I'm just going offline for lunch for a while. and then I'll be back.
Welcome to the Dragons.
I'll be back, and we're gonna do Dual Universe second show today. NPC Jal, thank you for the follow. Welcome. Must be some AI going on there. An NPC following me. The end of the stream at least, yeah. Well, there'll be another show here. I'll probably take an hour for lunch, and then we'll do another show. Read about a couple in the UK won the lottery twice in a few years of each other. Yeah, so growing up in Portland, so this guy that lived about 3 blocks away from me. And yeah, I ended up working same company as he did later on. But he won the Washington lottery. He was playing both the Oregon and Washington lottery. He won the Washington lottery. And then, I don't know, probably around a couple years later, he won the Oregon lottery. And so he won both of them. I do not know how much money he was spending to get that win. I suspect it was a lot. So, but even after he won the lottery, the first one, I don't know if he was bad with his money or not, because he still lived in the same little house. He just he kept his same car, a little Toyota pickup, but he did put a lift on it and a new paint job and stuff. You know, and I'd been over to his house a couple times visiting, whatnot. That inside of the house was really nice. It was all in really good shape and stuff. So, you know, but he was. Yeah, I suspect he spent a lot on lottery tickets. All right, so next system, we're doing the draw. Final call. Why do you guys keep doing exclamation point prize? We've never used that command before, and that's like the 3rd time I've seen somebody use that command. There must be another Eve streamer that you guys are watching that's using that command or something. All right. This is Roke. Oh, yes. You don't like being held, do you? Roke, just like the ship Roke. Yep. He does like watching internet spaceships, though. Mm-hmm.
Warp drive active.
He would sit on my desk here and watch. But she also then watches the keyboard, watches the mouse, and would attack everything else. Right. All right, let's do this draw. So, if you put in your game name, Twitch name, YouTube name, whatever name you put in, I will read that off. If you didn't put that in, I will read off your real first name and just last initial, so that you remain anonymous, but you still know who you are if you hear it. The winner is going to get an Octor Ruby Sungrazer skin. It I don't know what its value is in game. It might be really valuable, it might not. I don't know. And there might not even be any on the market. Let's see here. The winner will get this as a code, and the code will be, you can redeem it for the item in the game. You'll give it to your character. It will not auto apply to your character. It will, you can use it on that character if you want, or you can move it someplace else, give it to somebody else, sell it, whatever. Doesn't matter. It'll be yours if you win it. So it comes from our store. If you guys need Plex, need Omega Time, need packs, any of those, exclamation point coupon in chat. There's a link in the description in YouTube, and you can get anything you need from us for Eve. Use the coupon code, save yourself a few bucks. All right, congratulations to Nick Paw. Now, Nick Paw said earlier he's never won anything before on the show. Is that true? Well, anyway, Nick Paw, check your email. You will find the code for that in your email. Congratulations. So, there we go. Rigged? Yeah. I know. May sound that way, but Nick Paw enters in all the time. So, you know. Yeah. All right, let's unload this stuff. Oh, I should have brought some containers. Oh well. All right, and then one ship needs to have some items put in it so I don't forget. And then we're done with Eve for today. Uh-oh. Oh, yeah. All right, there we go. All right, so that's it for today. Or that's it for Eve for today. Be back around an hour or so with some Dual Universe. And so see y'all shortly.